Yeah, good evening. Good evening, all. Yeah, hello, Akash. Hello, Vishal.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. Let people join and then we'll immediately start. Yeah, shall we begin? Okay. Yeah, I know Sunday it is. I'll quickly finish it off. Yeah, welcome to the last session of this particular course, and let us see how exactly we can get into this. I'll share my screen, and we are going to discuss 2-3 things. Okay, quickly about the important part of it. Okay, so very first thing, yesterday might be you were amazed to see uh, the dashboard part of it. Okay, something like this you have created. Okay, we are amazed many things in that. Okay, probably the sum if, count if, then we use the combo boxes. You can see that. Okay, and all that we are going to put it into another sheet called as a dashboard. Okay, look at it. It's absolutely working as a dynamic things. Okay, another I again copied this particular data and I have done it for you people, and how exactly it is going to work. All those things we have seen it. Now, another important thing, whenever we are going to give it to somebody, can I protect this sheet? Okay, can I protect this particular sheet? It should not be allowed. Say right now, I can do something like this. Instead of Anand, I'll write it as something like this. Yeah, says Sudhir. Okay, so I can write that. Okay, I can do a lot of things with that. Okay, so if somebody does this mingling of the data, then whole lot of a scenario will going to be different. Okay, it will not work sometime because we may not be taken that particular data into consideration. Who knows? Or maybe somebody will going to do it purposely. Who knows? Okay, so putting that whole lot of a thing in a protection. Okay, we need to protect the sheet. or we need to protect the Excel book itself. Okay, we are going to quickly learn that. Okay, to do this, you need to do not great thing. Okay, I'll do what? I'll just create, right click on the sheet. Okay, you can see there is a protect sheet over here. Okay, you can see that there is something called as a protect sheet. Okay, what is this protection of the sheet is I can control few of the things. Okay, and then when I click on protect sheet, it will going to ask you how you wanted to protect this. Okay, very first thing, do you like to have a password for this? Okay, do you like to have a password for this? If somebody wanted to change it, it should be allowed, but there should be a password protection. Okay, point number 2, what is that you wanted to protect? Look at it. Am I allowing him to insert any columns? Am I allowing him to insert any rows? Am I allowing him to delete columns, delete rows? Okay, sorting, is it allowed? All those things, can I protect it? Okay, by default, it has chosen 2 things. Select locked cells, select unlocked cells. Okay, so these all things are been already taken. So I can do immediately. I'm not going to allow any columns to be deleted, any rows to be deleted. Okay, for this, I'll give a password. I'm announcing this time. Okay, password for your understanding. I'm going to give the password as a BR, small case. Okay, BR, my initials. Okay, so BR as a given for protection. I'll put that now. I'll protect it. Okay, it will go to ask you once again. Do the password protection once again and click on OK. Now, if I try to do something, it will say it is protected. I am not going to allow anything. Can I do still? Yes, these things are allowed. Okay, these things may be allowed, or it depends on how you are given choice. Okay, so it may not allow anything for me. Now to do protection unprotected, again I'm going to go for it. Okay, so I'm going to right click on the same sheet and I'm going to allow him or anybody to unprotect it. Okay, so I'll say unprotect the sheet. Okay, it will going to ask me the password. I'm going to give the password as BR. Now it will going to allow me to do anything. I hope this particular facility will going to help you a lot. Okay, I repeat it. You wanted to protect or you wanted to unprotect. You need to give a password protection for an individual sheet. This is nothing to do with the opening and closing of the file. It is only with respect to particular sheet. Another sheet, I can do whatever I want. Okay, but this sheet is protected. This sheet is not allowed to do anything. Okay, say for example, I'll just copy these things. Okay, rather I'll put this particular graph somewhere else. Okay, see, I'll show you what exactly I'm trying to do it. Okay, so maybe I'm going to have the dashboard outputs over here. Okay, what I'll do is I'll copy these. Okay, I'll just copy these, copy or cut, and I'll paste it over here. Look at it, I'm copying it. Okay, I'll copy another one also. Cut it and paste it over here. Okay, these two are taken over here now. If I work, I need to choose again. I have to set whole lot of a thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'll choose the year for this. Sorry, I'll choose the year for this. We'll go for formatting of this. Sorry, not formatting. Let's choose a multiple. So it is asking what to do something. Okay. Now I'll go for developer and I'll set whole lot of properties for this again. You know that what I'm trying to do. Okay. So I'm going to use once again, give the data for this. I want years for this. Okay. And it will going to give me not here. I wanted to have this in the I1 over here. Okay. So I'm going to give the data for this. Okay. Similarly, I'm going to work for I'll go to do for this also. Properties. Go here. For regions, I'm going to give it. And this part, I'll be doing it for the sheet 1. So I'm going to work on 2 different sheets now. Okay. Now, if I click and if I give different regions, I'm going to get a graph from here. Okay. So this is my dashboard. I'll call it rather as a dashboard. Dashboard is not protected. Okay. Dashboard is not protected, but I'm going to protect this particular sheet. Okay. With a password called as a BR. Okay, this is protected now. Okay. Now I still can go to the dashboard. I can do whatever I want. It works. Okay. So this is how exactly I can do protection and unprotect the sheets. Okay. There is another protection, higher level. I can do it with the file save as. Can do it with the help of file save as. Whenever you wanted to go for file save as, look at this tool over here. It is in the general option. I can give a password protection for this for opening as well as modifying. Okay, I can use it for opening as well as modifying the password. I can keep one more password for this. So this is for the whole lot of a file. Okay, previous protection is only for the sheet. This is for the whole lot of a file. If I give this particular password, whenever I wanted to open this particular file, I should have the password. Otherwise, it will not allow us to open that. Okay. So one is protection. I never spoke in this whole lot of sessions. Okay. I felt I have missed it. So I told you few important things I'm going to talk about. This is one part of it. Any queries, please ask with respect to these. Any queries? Any discussions are required on this? It's a very simple one. Yeah, but very important, very crucial. Okay. So whenever we speak about the data, we should speak about how exactly this particular data will going to be spoken about and how we can protect the data out of it. Okay. So I hope it is clear. I'll continue with the next part of it, which will going to be another interesting part. Okay. Which I'll speak about. Take another sheet with first one. Copy this particular data. Create a new one. Okay. I'll just magnify this bit for your easy view. Okay. Now, it's a very simple, what do you call it as a student data is there. Okay. Very simple student data is there. Right now it is kept as 0. Okay. Now look at it. Without bonus, the marks are as it is intact. Okay. I have taken one example. There are 5 students are there. They are being given some marks over there. Okay. And it's same, but I mean, marks will going to carry on. Okay. Now the scenario can be, you might have faced so many times. Okay. So unwanted question will come in that particular question paper. Okay. And people will feel we should give the bonus marks for the benefit of the student, because it is unnecessary. It will going to be bad for the student otherwise. Okay. So it is ethically, we should give some bonus for it. So what I have done is, if I give 1 mark, okay, I have written a small formula over here. Okay. I have written a small formula. You understand what is $1, $D, $1. Okay. So if I give a bonus marks over here, it will going to be adding to each and every student invariably. Okay. This is what I have done it. Okay. But the scenario will not going to be same every time. Okay. What happens if I give 4 marks? Okay. What I give if I give 10 marks or 19 marks? How exactly it will going to work? If I don't give anything, it's fine. Okay. How it will going to impact the result, okay, of a student? You may feel what is great in this. Okay, this is not great. Okay, the tool which is going to be spoken around this is very, very crucial and very interesting part of it. Okay, what is that? Okay, this is a silly example. I'll going to explain the scenario part of it. If I change the scenario, will it help me to work on this? Okay, will it help me to work on this? Okay, so we are going to discuss about something called as a scenario. Okay, say for example, there is again in the data, we have something called as a what if analysis. In that, very first option is scenario manager. Okay, I repeat, in the data, in the what if analysis, there is something called as a scenario manager. Okay, scenario manager is I can create multiple scenarios. I can create multiple scenarios. I can give some changes in that, so it will go to effect for us. How it works? Okay, so if I click on scenario manager, it will going to ask you to create the different scenarios. Right now, there is no scenario in this. Okay, there are different situations. What I mean by that. Okay, so I'd like to create one scenario. Okay, for example, if I click on add, it will going to ask you, give me the scenario number 1. Okay, so I'll give it as S1 for understanding. Okay, what it is asking me, changing which cells. Okay, I'll give it as changing this cell. Okay, changing this cell, something should happen. Okay, so I'm going to say okay. Now, what is that change you wanted to find it out? Okay, I wanted to give it as, say if I give 10 marks. Okay, I'll click on add. Okay, I'll create another scenario S2 for the same cell. Okay, I'll click on OK. Okay, I'll give this time 5 marks. I'll click on add. Nothing is happening, don't worry. Okay, I'll give another scenario S3. Okay, for the same cell. I'll click on OK. It will going to ask you how many marks. I'll give it as only 2 marks. Okay, so I have done. I can do as many as scenarios. As many as scenarios I'm going to do that. Okay, now look at it. Okay, there are 3 scenarios are there. Now I wanted to see one by one. I click on any one. Okay, I'll say show. Look at it. Have you seen the change? The bonus is given 10 marks. And accordingly, I got the different scores. I click on second. Click on show. It gives me what happens if I give 5 marks. Formula is there definitely. If I click on third, show, it gives me appropriately. So at any moment of time, you wanted to tell to your subordinates, your team, your superiors, you wanted to show if I do something like this, this happens. If I do something like this happens. If I do something like this happens. You wanted to propose different budgets. You want to propose change in the price. Okay, there will be a big skeleton of the proposal will be done. Nobody will like in the social science or any field for that matter. Nobody likes single plan. We wanted to have multiple plans. Okay, this can be handled. This can be handled. Any moment, see, now I'll close this. Okay, the scenarios are saved as it is. I can still do it as 0. Okay, many times whenever you wanted to show this, again go to data, go to what if analysis, go to scenario. Your scenarios are there as it is. Click on 1, show them. What will happen? Click on 3, show them. What will happen? Okay, so I can do a lot of such things. Okay, so you can create multiple scenarios and show how exactly. This is the simplest possible scenario I have created. Simplest possible. This is not going to have a much impact anywhere. Okay, so we can show that this is how exactly it's going to happen. Okay, we can create one more example on this. Okay, I have one more example I have made for understanding. Okay, so I have created something like this. Okay, I'll copy this for understanding. Okay, I'll create one more sheet. I'll paste it over here. Okay, I'll magnify so that you can see this, what I have done it. I have done it on salary. You know that on basic, we are going to calculate HRA 15%. Okay, I calculate 15%. Okay, you can see that. as well as I have calculated HRA some 65%. Okay, and I have given total salary as this plus this plus this. Okay, this is how exactly it will going to happen. I have written a small correction. I'll do this. Okay, it will be D. Okay, I'll drag this here. Okay, so this is how exactly I'll change a bit salary over here also. 17,500. Yeah, so there are different salaries are there, and this is going to work for me. And any moment of time, company wanted to know how much salary is being paid total. Okay, so if I give 0% hike in the basic, we are supposed to, company has to shell out this much of salary to the employee every month. This much of salary given to the employees every month. Imagine there is a small tiny company which 5 people are working. Sharad, Ramya, Umesh, Padma, Richard. 5 people are working, and we are supposed to give this much of salary to them. Okay. Now you might be understanding what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So I'm trying to create a scenario for the situation. Now I wanted to show if I give 1%, if I give 2%, if I give 3%. Okay. So which is I given it as modified salary. Okay, what I have done, a small formula is written. Modified salary is this plus that. Okay, so if it is basic is given, basic plus modified one, I'm going to add it, I'm going to show it. Okay, say for example, if I give 1%, automatically the salary is increasing everywhere. Okay, now I wanted to create a scenarios for this. Okay, so again, go to data, go to what if analysis, scenario manager. Okay, yes, scenarios will be completely depend on the particular sheet. Okay, so I'm going to add one. Okay, scenario. Okay, say I'll say it as say A1. You can give any name. Okay, A1. Clicking on C1, what should happen? Clicking on C1, what should happen? Okay, so I want to give it as say 2%. Okay, so how will you give that? 0.02. Okay, so add it. Scenario number 2, same C1. Click on OK. I wanted to give it as 0.05%. Click on OK. I want to give a scenario number 3. Click on OK. This time I wanted to give it as 10%. 0.10. Click on add. I'll give one more. S4. Okay. Click on OK. And give odd figure. Okay. So 5.5%. I will give that 0.055. Okay. I go to click on add. So 5 scenarios are done. Okay. Now look at it. There are 5 scenarios are there. Now keep a watch. First one, I'll say show. Look at it. All the figures are changing. It's not only total is coming, it is whole lot of the scenario is changing. Scenario number 2, show. It is increasing. 1,52,000 need to be given. If I change it to scenario number 3, show it. Straight 10%. Okay. 1,59,000. If I do it at 5.5%. Okay. It is supposed to be 5.5%. Okay. I'll just change it. Okay. Okay. Close. I'll do that. Percentage is required. Okay. So again, I'll go to data. Scenario manager. Okay. Look at it. So whichever scenarios you wanted to show, you can show that. 10% itna hota hai. 5% this much. 5.5% this much, and so on. Okay. If it is only 2% or 1%, whatever, 2%. Yeah, 2%. This is what exactly. Previous salary is there. Previous salary is there. On that we are calculating. Like as you can create a lot of scenarios can be done. Okay, with this, a lot of situations can be handled. We are going to give option 1, option 2, option 3. What happens? Okay, there will be scenario cases will be there. There will be situations will be there. We are unable to handle. Then I can create a scenario propose it in front of the team or propose it in front of your colleagues or peers, okay, then we can take a stand on that, how much we can change it. Okay, I hope this particular tool also will be utilized by you people, okay, at different situations and the requirement. Okay, please ask any queries with respect to this. I hope it is very simple but very handy. Okay, scenario manager is utilized by many people and you can ask any queries on that. Quick queries, and I'll keep it forum for the open for any other discussions. Anybody can ask any queries. Okay, Akash, Chetan. Yeah, Sangmesh, I'll do that. Kruti, Manoj. Somebody is joined with the Oppo name. I don't know. Sagar, Selina. Yeah, Shakti, I'll do that. Dashboard also, I'll do that. Okay. No other queries? Okay. So I'll quickly complete the scenario process once again, and then I'll quickly go to the dashboard and then we'll close the session for the day. Okay. So scenario manager is something like, okay, I can create scenario for any given data. I'll create one more data here. Just copy from this. Okay, I'll just copy from this. I'll not use these much now. Okay, I'm not going to do this much. Okay. And I'll just magnify that for your understanding. Okay. Now, if basic is so much, okay, I wanted to find it out. If I wanted to increase the salary or decrease the salary, okay, so modified salary, I can say. And that too in the particular percentage. Percentage, I'm going to give it over here. Okay, so I'm going to keep one different color over here. So I'm going to use a percentage over here. Okay, so how much it is going to be modified? It will be modified this into this cell. Okay, so that is going to be taken. Okay, now I'll just make it constant so that it will going to be utilized everywhere. Okay, so now I had done a mistake. I have to add something to this. This plus the existing salary need to be added so that I'm going to get that. Okay, perfect. Okay, now if I say 1%, it will be so much. Okay, maybe I can add something over here, addition. Total salary, I'm going to get it over here. Okay. Now I'll go with, yeah, it is not visible. I'll make it as red color. Okay, so by default, you might have done like this. Okay, you might be doing like this, but it's not a great way of doing it. Okay, so we'll not go with that. Now I'll go with the data menu. Go to scenario manager, which is available under what if analysis. Click on add. Give some naming. Q1, Q2, Q3 queries are there. If I change E1 cell value to 5%, क्या होगा? Okay. Query number 2, 5.5%. How much is going to be taken? I'll take only these two. I'll click on cancel. Now things will be there. Q1, I'll click on that. Click on show. And not added, I guess. Okay, let us see what I have done. Is it even only I given? Edit. Okay. Even only. Okay. given some modification. Okay. E2, edit. Yeah, 5%. Somewhere the read-only column is added. I don't know what is that. Basic plus even. Perfect. It has to be. Yep. Let's see.
Hello, Moto.
I think I have kept it in the protected sheet. I'll just do it in some other sheet. Copy. Just do that. Here it is 1%. This into this C2 plus so much. Now go to data. What if analysis? Scenario manager. Add it. Q1 by changing this cell. Okay. So E1 cell, I'm going to change it. Click on that. Okay. If it is 5%, click on add. Q2. %. Click on add. Okay. Yes, I'm done with only 2. Now I can show it by changing that. Okay. So Q2, click on show. We want to change all that. Is that fine? Sandesh, am I clear? Is it clear? Some response? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think we need to relog in somewhere. 6 minutes more are there. I'll try to cover something with respect to another query which Shakti has raised. Okay, which is talking about bits about dashboard. Okay, I'll do that. Purnima, your query is interesting. I shown that each and every column I have written the formula. Okay, previous example, I have written everywhere the formula. It cannot happen without the formula. I have written everywhere the formula. Okay, I missed out to tell that. Okay, so without formula, that is not going to happen. Absolutely, it is not possible. Okay, so sorry for that. Without formula, the things are not going to happen anywhere. Yeah, coming to the query of Shakti, okay, and benefit to every other person. We'll be having a lot of data. For example, I have a huge data out here. Okay, you can see that. Almost 75-80 rows of data are there, which is having year, region, salesman, and the different month data is there. Okay. Now we wanted to give this data to somebody who is looking out with the dashboard as an example. Okay, dashboard as an example, and sorry, dashboard as an utility for them. Okay, dashboard as an utility for them. Okay, so we need to understand their requirement and we need to work on that. Okay, for that we need to have 3 sheets. Okay, the data, the calculation sheet, and the dashboard sheet. Right now I have only data. Sometimes some people will believe that data and calculation can be in the single sheet, which I'm trying to do it over here. Okay, there will be one more sheet will be there, which we normally call it as dashboard sheet. Okay, so where it will going to be decorated with a lot of things, and we are going to give the what do you call it as a control to the end user, and we are going to show the output over here. But the data will remain as it is, which may be protected sheet kind of a thing. Okay. Now, for example, I wanted to have what is the total sales of North with respect to January. Okay. So I'm going to have lots of calculations over here. You can see that I can do with the sum ifs. Okay, I'll just magnify that so that you can see that better. Sorry. Okay. Is equals to sum ifs, open the bracket. I want summation of what? January. Okay, I want to have a summation of January. So give the highlight of it. Highlight the whole lot of data, comma, criteria range. Okay, criteria range is available in the region. Okay, so I want to have a region as a criteria range. Okay, so in this, I wanted to find it out. The region should be North. Okay, region should be North, and I'll put a bracket for this. It will going to give me the total of it. I think I done somewhere the mistake. Okay, so I'll just do the small corrections over here. It should be D here. Sum ifs into bracket, summation range from January, comma, criteria range over here, comma, criteria should be North. Okay, so it will going to give me the summation of January with respect to North. Okay, likewise, I'm going to write it for all the data over here, North, South, East, West, everything. Okay, and I'm going to have the data over here. I'm going to have the data for these all things. Okay, so I'll just pull this and I'm going to get the data for all those regions. Once I do that, I'm going to have still more things. Once I do that, I'm going to have still more things. Okay, so how will you choose North wala, South wala, all that? Okay, I can have offset function for this. Okay, offset function for this. Say, for example, I wanted to search the first one, North as a case. Okay, if I take one, it will going to show me the North one. How will you do that? How will you pick the North one? Is equals to offset into bracket from here. Okay, which row you wanted to have? First row. Which column? 0th column. It will going to give me North over here, as well as I wanted the data corresponding to that. Again, I'll use offset into bracket, again from this reference, comma, I'll take first row and first column. This is going to give me the data of the North. Okay, on this I can create a lot of things, the graphs and all. Okay, I believe we are going to log in once again and we are going to continue with that. Okay, I'll stop sharing. I'll again discuss with you people. Okay,